Nice sneak attack.
I know. I like to prepare for how much I might ruin something.
Yeah, right.
Well, they say he's not coming back and nothing can fill the void, but at least we can try with food. I'll make some apple pie, come on in. It's Dead Dad's Kitchen.
Hi guys, welcome back. Thanks so much for caring. Thanks for coming back. This is my friend Billy Scafuri. Scafuri?
Yep. That's how close
three.
friends we are. That's how close friends we are. Billy Scafuri.
Scafuri?
Yeah.
Because he's very Italian.
Yes, exactly.
I met Billy through the HeadGum network of podcasts when I was producing a podcast. He's one of the funniest people I've ever met. And I was like, please give me content and hang out with me for an hour.
That's literally what she did. She just went on her hands and knees and said, give me content. Any content. Minutes. I just need to stream minutes.
On the podcast that I was working on, I found out that Billy is a big cookie guy.
Yo.
I need you to explain to me more like what that means. Like what kind of cookies do you discriminate? What's the tea?
No discrimination.
As long as it's
no
not
discrimination.
pollen
It's
cookies.
2019. We are not going to discriminate against any cookie. I like a sandwich cookie.
Okay.
A specifically sandwich, or not even a sandwich cookie, but a cookie that comes with a second element.
Fun! Today we're making peanut butter blossoms.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have had those before.
What's a blossom?
It looks kind of like a little flower. It looks like a little tulip a little bit.
Okay.
And so it's a peanut butter cookie that's rolled in sugar so it gets nice and crackly. And then you
Yes.
put a Hershey's Kiss in the middle and then it becomes a dream.
That's kind of like a Reese's, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it has the chocolate and the
It's
peanut
like
butter.
an opposite Reese's. And so we're just gonna be using like normal Hershey's Kisses today. We're using totally like not good for you peanut butter.
Okay.
Because that's the more fun peanut butter to cook with. We finally have an electric mixer, which I'm very excited about.
Yeah, that's big time KitchenAid.
Yeah, I got myself this for Christmas like 6 years ago.
Okay. How much
So-
time does this save you mixing your organic peanut butter?
I have to get the dough hook in there, but it really does help.
Once you get the dough hook in, everything is
That's what they always say.
Right.
So we're gonna grab just a couple mixing bowls. Oh, all the pretty glass ones are, oh, here we go. Maybe I'll try to be a professional cooking show.
Okay.
Here are the tools we need today. A mixer.
Ding.
Stop breaking things. A bowl. We are gonna need dry measuring cups, and we're gonna need these teaspoons and like measuring spoons. And if they match, that'll be good, because that'll be cute. This, we're gonna need a disher, which is a ice cream scoop, melon ball, or whatever you wanna call it. This will help form our little balls.
If you like working out, this is also a great forearm exercise.
You just wanted everybody to look at your arms, is
That's
what
right.
that was.
That's right. Just content. It's all content.
Now we also have flour, white sugar, brown sugar, baking soda.
Not cocaine.
Yeah?
Okay.
Salt, eggs, Hershey's Kisses, peanut butter, and there's the butter somewhere, right?
Let me see. Is it?
And-
Oh yeah.
oh, there you go.
Softened.
So we're gonna start measuring out ingredients. We're gonna need a cup and a half
Okay.
of flour.
Great.
Or no, a cup and 3/4 cup, I think.
So you suggest going scoop into scoop as
Yeah.
opposed to one big scoop?
Yes, because if you do that, it kind of forces the flour to be dense and pushed together.
Huh.
And you want your flour to be like as light and airy as possible.
There you go. Learning.
I'm gonna check the recipe, make sure I'm not wrong.
No, you sound confident, and let's just go with confidence.
Yeah, it is 1 3/4 cups.
You go, girl.
Thank you. You can put that in that glass bowl. But I'll
So you don't
separate it.
suggest, because baking is very specific, you don't suggest trying to eyeball 3/4 of a cup here.
No, definitely not.
Wow. Wow.
Like I would eyeball like a half cup of milk in this soup or whatever. I would do that, but I wouldn't eyeball for
Flour, when it comes to flour in baking, precision.
These
Okay.
look beautiful. Look at you.
Whole tool. Love that.
Killing it.
Love that.
Okay, perfect. So we're good there. Throw all that. You can put that back in there. Thank you,
This?
sir. Yeah.
Yep.
Here's a fun little trick that Alton Brown showed me. We need a teaspoon of baking soda and a half a teaspoon of salt. We're gonna put little divots in our flour.
That's fun. Why?
Let's say I put in a teaspoon of our baking soda. So we're
Okay.
opening that up. So let's say I put that in here. If I just did that like BuzzFeed Tasty style and like sprinkled it everywhere, and then I checked my recipe again, it was like, oh, JK, it was baking powder.
Oh.
I'd be like, well, I have to throw everything out.
Right.
Whereas now, if I had to, I could just scoop that out, which
Another-
is super chill.
Nice sneak attack.
I know. I like to prepare for how much I might ruin something.
Yeah, right.
And then we're gonna do a half a teaspoon of salt.
Okay.
So that's kosher salt. That's what I like to bake with, also because Alton Brown.
What's up with kosher? How does that factor into all
I
that?
think it might be. Actually, I have no idea, so I'm not gonna talk out my ass.
Yeah.
Now we have our butter, sugar, sugar, sugar. Oh, put too much sugar in that? Wait, how much did I put in? Oh no, I did it right. Okay, chill. Now we have a half cup of our next 3 ingredients. So we have a half a cup of peanut butter.
What's going on here?
This one's...
Oh. Was that satisfying for camera? Because that's very satisfying for in the room. That's fun.
What kind of arm exercise is that?
This is when you want to work out your thumbs. When you're don't want to hold your iPhone, but you still want to keep that thumb in good strength.
Gonna grab our paddle attachment for our KitchenAid. And again, if you guys don't have an electric mixer, which I get, it's cumbersome and huge and like, you might not need it.
And expensive, right?
Oh, very expensive.
Right.
Too expensive, I'd say.
Yeah.
But just kidding, KitchenAid, your products are very well priced. Thank you so much for being a part of my video. If you'd like to be a part of future videos, let me know. We're starting our creaming method with our fats. So we're gonna start with our butter. So you can actually dump that into that glass bowl.
Okay. Yeah.
See, this is just pretty. This is how peanut butter should look.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I mean, there's no oil. That oil. I remember moving out to California and being like, what is that oil in my peanut butter? And then I like poured it out, and then it's like came back later. Yeah. I was like, you can't beat the oil. Don't try and beat the oil.
We have our butter in here. It's super room temp, so it's not gonna be hard to mix up at all.
Ooh.
So your butter should be nice and ready and pretty. We're gonna add our next fat, which is our peanut butter. You could do it while it's going, but we're not gonna do that.
Were you big into, if you were growing up baking, were you big into licking the bowl?
Oh yeah.
I feel like that was always like, you know what? You worked real hard.
Yes.
You're like 80% of the way in. Lick a bowl. You've earned the right to lick a goddamn bowl.
I absolutely agree.
Cool.
I don't lick a bowl until it's totally done, and I've like genuinely gotten the most that I can out of it. And then my hands are clean, I promise. They're not.
Wow, way to sacrifice yourself for the job.
So now we're gonna cream those together, which will be very pretty.
Like
also.
that could just be, if you just served me that, if you put this in like a mug, and you're like, Billy, eat that, I would be more than happy to just like eat that.
Of course.
Damn. Do you recognize how like talented you are at baking? Or like what you're capable of doing versus what like the layman is capable of doing? Like this, just even this, knowing to whip peanut butter and regular butter together elevates you like 4 rungs amongst the layman. Like I'm watching this and I'm like, this is already the best dessert I've ever seen. So
thank you very much, Billy.
Yeah.
So I just stopped this just for right now because if you were to whip 2 fats together too long, it would separate. And it's really hard to bring that back together. So we're just gonna let this chill for just a moment.
What does separate mean?
Separate means that the 2 fats would like start to like kind of almost curdle and like become like, this is a weird chunk of peanut butter and this is a weird like over-processed piece of butter, and it's gross. So now we're gonna add our sugars, which is where the creaming part actually starts. We're gonna use our 1/4 cup measure just twice, and you're gonna pack this brown sugar because brown sugar is super like you can see if it moves, it's very like ready to sort of settle. So you don't want to get like a weird measurement because you didn't press everything down and it's not actually full.
Smart.
So you're gonna add this in there.
You got it.
Slowly put it on.
Do I just drop, like,
whack
it?
Nice, dude.
In there, clean shot.
You are like a big, that's perfect. You can pop that in. You're
Get
a
in
big
there.
like workout boy, right?
I'm a big I think that's what we call ourselves, yes, big workout boys.
Cause like most, to my detriment, most comedy boys don't
Yeah.
work out a lot.
Oh yeah, it doesn't help my career. It doesn't help my comedy career to have muscles.
purely you.
It's like, it's not funny. There's nothing funny about muscles.
There's nothing
People
funny
don't laugh
about
and they're like,
you
oh,
being
look at those
handsome.
muscles. It's like, that doesn't help me. But yeah, it just like so happens that I like working out and I like comedy, and like those 2 things don't necessarily work together very well.
True.
But I've been doing it my whole life and kind of keeps me sane. Am I cracking this egg?
We might be. I think we only need 1.
Whoa, there's a thing! There's a thing!
Here's why we don't rest the spatula on the KitchenAid.
Wow.
So we're gonna scrape down the sides of our bowl, and that's super important just because like your paddle isn't gonna get to every point in the bowl, even though it has the scraper on there. So you just wanna make sure that all your ingredients are getting incorporated. Did I say ingredients?
Ingredients. Right.
All your ingredients are getting incorporated.
Yeah, incorporated ingredient.
And like a lot of stuff gets like left on the bottom, so you just wanna give that a little turn. Boom, boom. And again, this is just our butter and sugar right now, but you can see how light and airy it got just by creaming it.
You could really fool someone and tell them it's hummus, and then for them to have a completely different experience when they eat that.
Does that look like hummus?
Oh
And
my
we
god!
have pita crackers.
Yo, those are the best f***ing crackers in the world.
Should we?
Yeah.
Super bad. Not good.
Do you have any egg cracking tips? I feel like for someone like me who doesn't cook a lot.
So you'll want to take your egg on a flat surface,
Wait a minute.
and then it gives you a nice singular crack, and then you just open it like that.
Okay, so that's Irene doing it,
And
casually and cool.
You'll keep it in a separate bowl so that if like a piece of shell or something does get in there, you can just take it out instead of having it in your cookie dough.
That makes sense.
So you do it on the counter because if you crack it in, you have a higher likelihood of getting shells in the egg.
Sure.
And also the bacteria from the shell into the egg.
So this way?
Yes.
We're gonna go here? Okay.
Yeah.
Ready?
Perfect.
Not exactly.
That was
And then I've
great.
got to do the casual one-hand thing.
That was perfect.
Folks, it looked bad, but the result
No,
works.
it did not. It was perfect.
We
Get out of town.
will take it.
Okay, so we're gonna take our egg that you just beautifully cracked and you can plop it in there.
I'll plop, plop.
And away we plop.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful. We're gonna turn that up just a bit to
Plop goes the
incorporate that.
weasel.
Thank you, my friend.
You're very welcome.
Okay, now we're gonna do vanilla. I usually eyeball this because like if you have a little too much vanilla, it's not a big deal. So like it calls for a teaspoon.
That's bourbon. She's just pouring bourbon into
Yeah.
the cookie.
Did you know
just
that
a little
vanilla
bit
is
more.
alcohol?
Really?
Yeah, it's just like vodka with vanilla beans in it.
They're
And
gonna
then
have like
everyone's like, oh, for sure.
13-year-olds taking shots of vanilla now.
Oh yeah, you can't do that. Don't drink it.
Bro, my mom just brought home vanilla extract. Let's rage!
Okay, so we're gonna scrape down again. Boom, boom,
Boom, boom.
boom, boom. See, there was like a big chunk up there that now we don't have to worry about getting incorporated.
Good. Bye, chunk.
Done. The recipe calls for just regular milk, but usually when a baking recipe calls for milk, I substitute buttermilk just because it's like a richer flavor, better texture, and like I think it helps catalyze the reaction with the baking soda a little better. It'll be a tablespoon of this, so
Okay.
if you want to pour that into there, please.
Now I noticed that you didn't open the flaps up all the way.
Yeah.
If you notice, it's just kind of like a tippy. She just went with the tippy. Is that a choice? Is that a way to save buttermilk?
It was
You're laughing like you're caught. I'm not trying to catch you or anything like that.
No, I just opened that way when I first opened it, and
Yeah.
then I was like, oh, this might be nice, and then it actually makes for a better pour.
It
so
is.
I'm
It
pretty
seems
happy
nice.
about
I
it.
mean, given the size of the little spoon, this is all great. Is this the one we're going with?
Yes, we're doing a tablespoon of buttermilk or regular milk, whatever you want.
We going in?
Yeah. Nice, dude.
Yeah.
So we have a nice incorporated, creamed up batter base, and we have our dry ingredients from before that we
yeah.
measured out.
Nice.
Don't forget about those. We're just gonna give those a little whisk because we know that our ingredients were right. We use baking soda and salt, so those divots don't really matter anymore. And we just give it a whisk to kind of aerate everything and make sure that everything's evenly distributed. This is every like cooking show's like, oh my god, it's gonna boil. So I'm just gonna let you know. There are a couple ways you could do this.
Yeah.
Here's what I like to do. I'll usually do it in halves. So I'll do half the dry ingredients right now.
Nice.
Just like eyeball it, never cared.
Okay.
And then we're gonna just like really quickly pulse it,
Hey.
and then once it's mostly hydrated, then you can start putting it together and doing a little more.
We're getting some cookie vibes in
We're
the
getting
air.
cookie vibes.
I'm smelling cookie vibes and they're in the air right
Cookie vibes, cookie skies.
now. Right.
So we're gonna scrape down the bowl again because we just added a new ingredient and we don't want it to get ruined. Also, once you start adding flour, that's when like gluten, I'm gonna get cookie dough in your water, I'm sorry.
That's quite all right.
When you introduce flour into your whatever you're making, that's when like gluten development starts, and that's what can make something tough. So that's what makes like bread super chewy and yummy and all that stuff, but it's also like what we don't want in a cookie because we don't want a chewy cookie, you know? So we're done.
That's it?
That was it, my
It's a
friend.
funny looking cookie.
We throw
Okay.
one Hershey Kisses in there. Do you want to try it?
Yes. Yeah, again, I make bad decisions. I'd say throw it out.
Just trash?
It doesn't work. I mean, that is just good. Like, I don't know about you, when I eat something that like my body really likes, it feels like my spine straightens up. Like I have like a physical reaction to it where it's like, and I'm happy now. And that sugar concoction just like brings me right up.
Good.
So,
Oh,
start.
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
For just a quick little moment.
Wow, these are really clean.
If one more person talks about how dirty these are.
I was being serious.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you should see mine.
Oh wait, really?
These are really clean.
Take out the part where I was being an asshole.
We're doing scoops.
We're scoops.
Damn.
We're Scooptown, USA, population Billy and Irene, my friend.
Wow.
So, what you would normally do is
Scooptown, USA, population Billy and Irene, my friend. Like, did you have that fired up? That was like a mouthful, and you would.
we would normally throw this in the fridge and let it kind of like firm up and come together. But since I already have some that are rolled out, I'm just gonna show you real quick. So you'll take your disher, run it up against the side of your thing, and then scoop it out, and it comes into like a perfect little ball.
That's a really good tool.
Yeah, it's really nice. Then you'll have your balls, you throw them on here, and then you'll just throw that in the fridge. But since I'm a prepared ass bitch, what'd you have to say about that?
I really don't know. I was just like the swag with saying prepared ass bitch.
Bam!
Damn, meatballs!
We have these ready. They're nice and firm. They've been setting in the fridge for a while.
You could sell those.
You
Dough
think?
balls. I think so.
Would you eat a whole one right now?
Would it hurt me?
I mean, if there's raw egg in it and raw flour.
No, we don't need to play that game.
Okay.
I guess I don't need to die, but I
No,
want. I want
you
to eat it.
So I forgot to preheat the oven, which is something you guys should have been doing.
Okay.
At 375, which is a great cookie temperature. So here's my favorite part of these cookies.
Okay.
We're gonna take them and drop them in a big old thing of sugar
Oh, that's very fun.
and roll them around.
Jesus, now it's like a
fill 'em up.
donut.
Yeah, it's a great time.
Yeah.
And then it makes for this like really yummy texture on the outside of your cookie. And then it also makes for like a little craggly moment, which is super fun and pretty also.
That is a satisfying sight.
It's a good time. Help me out. Help me out, Billy. Jesus.
All right, I'm helping.
What's your favorite food?
Prosciutto. Yeah, Italian
good choice.
meats, salty Italian meats.
Same, my friend. We're gonna finish sugaring these and then we'll throw them back in the fridge for just a second to stay cool.
Okay.
I like to bake cookies off from either cold or frozen, just because it kind of helps them keep their height and keep like some integrity of the shape. It's just better to be that way. Okay, 2 at a time. Okay, Han.
Watch me go 5.
You could never.
I would never.
Okay.
Never.
Is there a dessert that you hate?
Tough to have energy to hate. It's like it requires so much energy.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
Yeah, but carrot cake can go to hell.
You know, carrot cake's not even a cake. It's
not even a
muffin.
carrot. The nerve.
Could you believe?
I can't believe.
I can't.
I can't believe.
I forgot to tell you guys, the reason I'm making these today with Billy is because I know Billy likes cookies.
Yes.
And these were one of my dad's favorite cookies that I made. When he would like be in a play or something and I would like make the cast something, he would always ask me to make these. So that's why we're doing these today. Oh no, there's like cookie dough left over.
Oh no, what are we gonna do?
That's crazy.
Should we call an adult?
Okay, we're gonna unwrap as many of these as there are cookies, whatever number that is. And then we'll see you when they come out of the oven.
See you soon.
So we have our little sugared babies that do look a lot like munchkins. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start placing them on our baking sheet.
Why don't I hold it up?
Yeah, thank you.
Sure.
Which is a little bigger. We're gonna put them about 2 inches apart because they will spread a bit. So we're gonna do 8, 9, 10, 11. We're gonna do 11 cookies. I'm gonna do a little extra sugar on top of these just to make sure that they're all coated nicely.
Wow.
So if you wouldn't mind just popping those in the oven, our oven preheated.
Wait, oh, so we're not gonna do the crown yet?
No, we do it when they're done.
Whoa, really?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
They go in for like 6 to 7 minutes, which is a pretty short time for a cookie, actually.
It's a cute amount of time.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's like a cute amount of time.
And so when they get nice and puffy and a little brown, that's when we'll pull them out. So I have these in the freezer just so they're easier to manage when we're putting them on stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna throw these back in the fridge as well to bake off later.
Hi, we're back. They're done.
So you got those nice crackly edges. It's a little more like golden brown on the bottom than it was before. And so now we get to do the super fun part.
God, it smells good, folks.
It sure does.
Yeah, it smells real good.
So we have our undressed Hershey's Kisses. And you're gonna take one and just pop it right in the center just like that.
I mean, that's a satisfying sight.
Yeah, you do it.
Job well done.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you for helping.
Yeah, my pleasure. Drops it right there.
Yeah, and you kind of push it in and then it makes that nice little thing. And here's what's up.
Oh.
Let's be a little crazy.
What?
Here's where the fun part of baking comes in, where you can mix stuff up. Let's put a couple marshmallows in one.
Stop.
And it'll be like a fluffernutter chocolate.
It's not too crazy?
No, nothing's too crazy, my friend.
We're not supposed to be safe in the kitchen?
No.
Take risks in the kitchen? Is that what you're saying?
Boom.
Wow.
This will be fun. I've never done this before, actually. Maybe that'll taste like. Why not put a Snickers on there?
Shut up.
Get crazy.
Are you kidding me? Wow, that's a fun bite.
That's yours.
Are you afraid that it's gonna, can that support it? Like
Yeah.
when we lift it, will that be structurally sound?
So we're gonna let them cool for a minute.
That makes sense.
Would you like a marshmallow?
Yes.
You didn't want bologna, but you want a marshmallow.
Is that crazy? For context, I don't know if we were filming at the time, but Irene offered me a slice of bologna as soon as the camera went down, which isn't your traditional snack. It isn't a traditional offering. Here's said bologna, and now we will find out how many. I guessed 10. I think it's under. I think it's probably gonna be close to like 20.
Yes.
But let's find out, yeah?
Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
Are you gonna eat it?
Am I going to eat it?
Will you eat a bite with me?
No.
Okay. 37?
37.
Okay.
Classic.
I don't want to eat this.
No, that's why I said no when you offered it to me.
Yeah, but I have to be there for my
Don't worry about the ones that
subscribers.
spill over. Don't worry about the ones that spill over. Excessive, trust me.
Will people start liking me more or start liking me less after I eat this?
I want to say more, but I can't confirm that. I don't know
You'll
if
have
that's
to give
true.
me your opinion.
Okay, fine. I'll see if I like you more or less after you. Wow, dude.
Stop.
Yeah, good call. I didn't bite it, but it feels soft. Your question was, will people think I'm cooler or not? I don't know if it's cooler, but I respect you so much for not finishing
Okay, good.
that.
I did something right.
You took a bite, and that's admirable, and you said that's enough, and that's equally admirable.
So we're gonna let them cool in the pan for a minute.
Okay.
And then we're gonna take them off the pan and let them cool in the rack for a minute also.
Oh, they're still in the pan, that's right.
But since we did have a good amount of marshmallowing of the bologna time,
Yeah.
I think we can take them off the pan now.
Great.
So we'll just kind of scoop these, and we let them cool on the rack so that some of the carryover heat can finish cooking them.
And like this is like an American sight. This is like, if not, this is just like a pleasant, like this could be the American flag, right?
I
Like,
think
look
so.
at this. This is like such a,
Because we got like stars and we got stripes.
Yeah.
So it's an homage at the same time.
it's like a pie cooling on a windowsill. That feels like the Americana that like I was
I
promised.
can't wait. I was promised when you were born here.
Yeah.
So these were cooling on the pan itself for a minute for like carryover heat purposes. Now they're cooling on here, but since we made them and we want them to be warm and yummy, we're gonna try them if you would so.
I would
inclined.
I would be so inclined.
I'm gonna take this one.
Okay, great.
Oh, it's still very warm.
But it has structural integrity.
It does. See, it's nice and brown on the bottom, but it's not
Like-
like anywhere close to being burnt.
Gravity will play its part if you hold it like this long enough.
Yeah.
But like, look how long it's maintaining its shape.
Oh, thumbnail, yeah, for sure.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, I was asking about that. So you want to split the bite where you have another half of. I didn't want to ask, I wanted to watch, and like you fucking no splash on the dive. Like you nailed that.
Thank you.
Yeah. This is a really, really good cookie. Yeah, just an old-fashioned great cookie.
I'm so happy you like
This
it.
is the kind of cookie that like you hope to come home to. This is a cozy cookie. This is a blanket on a cold night. It's satisfying to throw a whole object in your mouth.
That's why sushi is good.
Just throw it away. Get rid of it. I don't have to look at it anymore. They did what it wants. Like, it's so great.
Don't put marshmallows on it.
Oh, yeah.
Also, don't put marshmallows on your bologna. You want to try the Snickers one?
I do.
Based on the Snickers Kiss and marshmallow and regular Kiss, I think just the regular Kiss is probably the best
Agreed.
one.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Less is more, kids.
Don't try to around with all these newfangled candy bars.
Sometimes it's fun to be basic.
Fun
It's okay to be
size.
basic. Everybody wants you to be extra.
Yeah.
Be basic.
Have a Hershey's Kiss.
Right.
Go follow Billy here, here, and here.
Right.
That's Instagram, Twitter, and do you have another thing?
KitchenAid? Yeah.
For sure,
podcast.
listen to his podcast.
Sure, sure.
So we have Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah.
Do you do both of those?
I Instagram and I tweet.
Okay, great.
No.
Watch your. Ooh.
Venmo. My Venmo handle. At William-Scafuri. Twitter, Instagram, and most importantly, Venmo.
Go to Harvard Sailing Team shows.
Go to Harvard Sailing Team shows. Please listen to the No Joke podcast. That
It's so
matters to me.
good.
That matters
it's
a lot.
so funny. And comment on it.
Yeah, sure.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. This was such a joy to have you.
My pleasure.
Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for caring and sharing and subscribing and liking and commenting. And if you haven't done all of those, then I don't say thank you yet. Please go do them before you accept that. Thanks.
And then thanks.
Yes, and then absolutely. Thank you so much. Thanks so much. Bye. Love